what I want to do in these podcasts, this is actually episode 5. I've done some interviews, and what I really want to do is to, in between some of the interviews, is talk about the question that's we probably get the most, and that is, what can I be doing with my video PLR? I have a particular point of view, and I know that this has been well covered by various people, but my view is going to be a little different, and so you can take this if your focus, as an internet marketer is a little different. And so let's kind of talk through some of those things. And so the series, and I don't have a particular, I'd say, length of time. I just want to kind of cover this question: what should I be doing, and how should I be selling my PLR videos? And so I want to just kind of break this down, right? And this is going to be a multi-step series. So I'm just going to give an overview today. I might not even finish the overview, right? Because there's no one way or place to sell the videos. I really want to kind of get that clear. So for those of you who want to look inside of the JVZoo Warrior Plus world, you can do that. But what I want to say to you is that you don't have to. And so because it's PLR, because you have to launch products, even because a make money online product, you don't have to. I got my start by teaching multi-level marketers internet marketing. I mean, I had no idea JVZoo was here. I had no idea Warrior Plus was here, and I was teaching multi-level marketers, and my first sale came there, even though I was not a multi-level marketer. That's just kind of as an aside. Um, and as I said, the Warrior Plus JVZoo world, when it comes to PLR and PLR videos, well covered by others, right? I mean, any number of people have covered that and are covering that on a regular basis. So again, I don't want to repeat anything anybody else is doing, and I just don't want people to feel like, well, that's the only place I'm going to be able to do this. And so the question's always going to be, is this industry where we are, is it going to stay the same? Right? Is it always going to be the same? And the question is always going to be this. What we know is JVZoo Warrior Plus, and it has nothing to do with them. I think they run great programs, and what they do is kind of phenomenal, right? With the volume that they transact. But is this industry going to stay the same? You don't want to bet on that. You don't want to bet that social media is going to stay the same, right? That you can come in, you can have a group based on selling. Now, there's no reason to think that it's going to change, but things always change contrary to the way that we think they are, right? So you don't want to bet your whole carton of eggs on that. You kind of want to be in a position where you are in a position of strength, right? And so this industry, or this place where we are, this little corner of the world that we call internet marketing in the JVZoo Warrior Plus, probably even the ClickBank world, is really kind of based in a particular way of doing business. And again, you just don't want to bank that that's always going to be the same. Is payment processor going to be the same, right? I mean, we saw, the last couple of years, in particular last year, PayPal just kind of ran roughshod through people, right? And I've seen a lot of people speculating on why they did it. Who knows why they did it, right? And nobody really knows. I mean, there are any number of stories and even conspiracy theories. So again, you can't assume that this is all going to stay the same. And so, and just kind of depending on how you want to approach this. And one of the things I want to kind of talk about, especially with the kind of PLR that we are producing for you, you want to be able to bulletproof your business if you can, right? And so that's the direction that I want to go for now, right? I mean, things may change, but I want to kind of say, how do you build, a bulletproof information marketing business? And the question is always going to be first, do you have an email list? Right. And so I don't care how active your social media presence is, or how cool people think you are, or how, or how much people say they like you or that they miss you when you're gone. You need to have an email list, right? And so if you're not building one, start building one today. And we'll get into that, as this podcast goes along. The other thing is, do you have a snail mail list? And I really kind of got my hands wrapped around this. Those of you who know, I listen to Ben Settle, and this is something that he's been talking about. Because again, an email list is what it is, right? It's where we are right now. It's been that way for 10 years. But once again, What security do you have if you do not have a snail mail list? And if you think, well, that's just kind of overkill. I don't need a snail mail list. I don't want to mail anything. I don't want to do anything. Your ability, right, to generate income may depend on a snail mail list. And in fact, I mean, if you have an email list, you can probably, we could probably all stand to have that snail mail list, again, just for the point of differentiation. And one of the points that people have made is that email is so, I guess the word, here's a 50-cent word, ubiquitous, right? We get so many of them, everybody's got them, that when you get a piece of mail and it looks personal, it's special, right? Where can you build a snail mail list so that when you send a piece of mail that looks special versus all the 10,000 emails that people get? So if you're thinking, well, that might be a little too much trouble. Well, think about what the trouble would be with somebody else kind of comes in right behind you with an email list. So two things. We've all got to have an email list. We've all got to have a snail mail list if possible. Okay, so and so this is what I'm going to be talking about for the next few weeks, and that is, within the JVZoo Warrior Plus niche, we're talking about finding out something that people want to know, building a list by creating products, teaming up, and then building a relationship with the individuals on your list. Right. That's kind of what I want to dive into, over the course of however long it takes, in this podcast, live broadcast if you're watching by Facebook. But I want to open your mind up to something else, right? And I'm not going to go in depth into this because this is what we're going to be talking about. Is there a niche that chooses you, right? Rather than trying to separate yourself in a massive make money online niche where you've got, on the one hand, you've got the Dan Kennedys of the world. On the other hand, you've got those of us who are in, the JVZoo Warrior Plus world, and we do serial launching. Right? First of all, do you want to be here? Right? Do you want to make money this way? I mean, maybe you might feel like, well, I'm indifferent, as long as I can generate the amount of money, that I want to have from this, doesn't matter to me. Well, actually, I think it does matter, right? If you want to have, I think, the kind of gas you need continually, I think this is something that you have to think about. And again, if you're talking about building a bulletproof business, where a lot of what you're doing is going to depend on how the structure of the industry, there's a lot more room for differentiation outside the category, right? Once again, I mean, everybody's covered this category, so I don't feel like I need to cover it, here. And this is going to be a little different. So I'm not saying that you have to go offline, the way I'm going, but there are niches there are categories outside of this one, and everything that you learn that you can do inside the Warrior Plus JVZoo ClickBank information marketing business opportunity space can be done outside of that category, and it can be done even better, right? Now, I'm not even saying you have to be a consultant, right? A small business consultant. I know some of you all don't want to do that. You don't want to cold call. You don't want clients. I understand it. I don't want them either, right? So we want to explore what that means outside of, this category. And so that's what I want to do here, wherever you're listening to this. If you're listening to this inside of the group, if you're listening to this on our podcast, wherever it is that you're listening to this, this is what we're going to explore in between interviews. And of course, if you have any questions, reach out to me. You can go to the PLRshow.com. There's a place you can put your name and email address in there. You'll get access to our support. If you write me in support, I will answer you. Right. So my support's at gainmindshare the plrshow.com/support. If you write me there, I will definitely write you back if you have any questions about anything that we discussed here. Okay. So I have been challenged to put the repurpose package into a PLR option, into a PayPal option. So I've done that now. So you can go to the plrshow.com PPOT. If you have not wanted to use Stripe with this combo package, you can use it here, and you can do that at the plrshow.com/PPOT, and you can get it using your PayPal account, right? That's a repurpose package. Also, you really want to take a look at the video purposing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you access to our next live PLR course, the New Marketer Masterclass, when you pick up this this video application. It's an interesting application. When you go to this page, you'll see my demo, right? And just watch the demo. And I couldn't possibly cover everything that you can do with it, but I think it's very helpful, and it can do some things that will help you to differentiate your videos. Okay, so that's it for today. This is episode 5 of the PLR show. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.